Discuss about the layers of sole. To start with, first layer of sole. First layer of sole contains three muscles, and from medial to lateral these three muscles are: number 1, abductor hallucis, number 2, flexor digitorum brevis, and number 3, abductor digiti minimi. All these muscles takes origin from calcaneum, and these muscles, the first two, these two are supplied by the trunk of medial plantar nerve, whereas this one is supplied by the trunk of lateral plantar nerve. Okay, to start with the description of the attachments of the individual muscles, I would like to show you the same thing on the model here. If you see, this is a model of right foot. This is a model of the right foot. So if you are seeing the right foot, this is a central part of plantar aponeurosis. Peripherally it is the plantar fascia. So this plantar aponeurosis, if I remove, you can see the muscles of the first layer of the sole from medial to lateral. If you see here, this is abductor hallucis, this one is flexor digitorum brevis, and this is abductor digiti minimi. If you remove these three muscles, it is the plantar muscles and nerves are present. Then we enter across the second layer of the sole. Okay. Now, attachments of these individual muscles. If I see, I am going to draw the diagram of the right-sided foot. So this is calcaneum, this is talus, this is calcaneum, this one is navicular bone, and this one is cuboid, and we have medial cuneiform, intermediate cuneiform, and lateral cuneiform, and these are the metatarsal, first metatarsal, second, third, fourth, and the fifth metatarsal bone, and similarly the phalanges. Okay, to start with abductor hallucis, it takes origin from medial tubercle of calcaneum. It takes origin from the medial tubercle of the calcaneum. Medial tubercle of calcaneum, from the flexor retinaculum, from the medial intermuscular septum, and from plantar aponeurosis. So it takes origin from all these structures. Again I repeat, from the medial tubercle of the calcaneum, from the flexor retinaculum over there, from the medial intermuscular septum, which forms the junction between the medial part and intermediate part of plantar aponeurosis, and from the plantar aponeurosis itself. The muscle descends downwards to be attached to finally to the medial aspect of base of proximal phalanx of great toe. Is it clear? It is finally attached to the medial aspect of the base of the proximal phalanx of the great toe. Now supplied, already I have said it is supplied by the trunk of medial plantar nerve, which is a branch of tibial nerve, and action is it should cause abduction of the great toe. But this is seen, this action of abduction of the great toe is seen in those people who doesn't wear shoes. In barefooted people it can be seen a bit, but in shoe wearing people this action of abduction is not clearly seen. Okay, so this is all about the abductor hallucis. Now coming to the second muscle, I can talk, that is flexor digitorum brevis. Flexor digitorum brevis also takes origin from the medial tubercle of calcaneum, from the medial and lateral intermuscular septum, because it is the middle muscle. So to the lateral aspect of it is lateral intermuscular septum, to the medial aspect is medial intermuscular. So it is taking origin from both medial and lateral intermuscular septum, and even from the plantar aponeurosis. So this muscle descends downwards. This muscle descends downwards, splits into 4 tendons, descends downwards at the metatarsal heads. It descends, it splits into 4 tendons. This is number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4. It is splitting into 4 tendons. It splits and forms a decussation. It forms a decussation. Then again reunites, descends downwards to reach the middle phalanx, where again it splits into 2 to be inserted onto the sides of the bases of middle phalanx of lateral 4 toes. Since its pattern is resembling flexor digitorum superficialis of forearm of upper limb, this muscle is considered as homologous to flexor digitorum superficialis, because it is finally inserting into the sides of the bases of the middle phalanx of the lateral 4 toes. It is forming a decussation, it is splitting into 2. So all this coincides with that of the flexor digitorum superficialis. Now it is supplied by the trunk of medial plantar nerve. Actions, it is a plantar flexors of lateral 4 toes. It is a plantar flexor of lateral 4 toes. So this is all about the flexor digitorum brevis. Now coming to the third muscle, which is abductor digiti minimi. Abductor digiti minimi. It takes origin from the medial and lateral tubercle of calcaneum. It takes origin from the plantar aponeurosis, and it takes origin from the lateral intermuscular septum. So this muscle is like this, which takes origin from both the tubercles of calcaneum So it is taking origin from both the tubercles of calcaneum, from the lateral intermuscular septum and also from the plantar aponeurosis. This muscle forms the lateral part of the, it forms the lateral muscle of the first layer of the sole, under cover of lateral part of plantar aponeurosis, finally descends downwards to be inserted onto the sides of base of proximal phalanx of the little toe, in common with flexor digiti minimi brevis, which is also inserted there. That muscle also takes insertion in the same point, that is by the base of the sides of the proximal phalanx of the little toe. Some fibers of this muscle from its medial aspect may gain attachment to the fifth metatarsal bone, attached onto the tubercle of the fifth metatarsal bone, and that muscle, if present, it is called as wood muscle. That muscle, if present, is called as wood muscle. This muscle is supplied by the trunk of lateral plantar nerve. Although the name is saying that it is abductor digiti minimi, okay, which is attached not onto the base, which is attached onto the insertion is on the lateral aspect of the base of proximal phalanx of little toe. Since it is attached to the lateral aspect of the base of the little toe, its contraction should cause abduction of the little toe, but this again is seen only in barefooted people a bit, but in a shoe wearing people this action is not seen. Instead it causes plantar flexion of the little toe, and it is supplied by the trunk of the lateral plantar nerve. This is all about the three muscles of the first layer of the sole. Thank you.